put my trust in you. Pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know.
I've put
My trust. Come on! It's day 58. It's day 58, baby. It's day 58, and guess what? You read the title correct. We just passed $30,000 in revenue earned. I'm vibe coding every goddamn day until I buy my family a house, and buy my family a house we will. I need you guys to wake the fuck up today. It's Monday morning. They're coming for us. It's Monday morning. They're coming for us. They've already came for us. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. Come on. This is not vibe coding until I get frustrated, until I get bored, and then give up. This is vibe coding until I buy my family a house. And I'm gonna put a goddamn show on while I do it. Come on, baby, let's go. Good morning, Humble. Good morning to Dust, we return. Good morning, Black Mamba. Good morning, Dot Kid. Let's go, baby. Oh, it feels so good to be back. That was a long weekend. That was a long weekend, baby. How long was that goddamn weekend? Was it a week? Oh, but we're back. And it feels so good. This is day 58 of vibe coding every single day until I purchase my family a house. And we're at $30,000 in revenue, baby. We have 2 days left. We have 2 days left of our friend Fable 5. After this, Fable 5 is gone. Fable 5 is gone. But guess what? GPT 5.6 Soul running at almost 1,000 tokens per second on Cerebras is coming out on Thursday. So it doesn't even matter. But we're still going to use and abuse Fable 5 pretty much nonstop over the next 2 days. I told my family, I said, I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much, but Daddy has to go to work. I got 2 days left. I got 2 days left to get absolutely fully psychotic, vibe coding unlocked on overdrive and fully overclocked. Daddy's gonna go buy a house. Humble! He says, lock in, but leave me the hell alone, baby. Perry, good morning, good morning. Perry said the madman has returned. Why did they let him out? Test account, good morning. Dot Kid, good morning. Oh, it feels so good to have Humble back. 30K in the bank, let's go, baby. Why this seem like Bridgemind streams? Go watch Bridgemind! It seems nothing like his stream! Lock in! Come on, baby! What are we doing? All right. So easy plan today. Easy plan today. Let me get this full screen. Let me zoom out here for a second. Actually, you know what?
Chase
is done.
You know what? Why don't we let's close everything. Are you here? Can you hear me today? Hello, hello. Can you hear me today, baby?
Yep, I can hear you loud and clear. What do you want to do on the canvas?
I want you to close everything.
All clear. Everything's closed out.
All right, you can go to sleep for now. I got to fix my audio levels here. They're all over the place. They're all over the place. Let me get my audio levels dialed in. It's gonna be a long one today. We have pull-ups to do. We have code to write. We have revenue to generate. We have content to ship. Come on. All right, plan. Give me the full size. Give me the full size. Plan today. Agent orchestrator. Agent orchestrator. That's not how you spell that, but that's fine. And iPhone app started. I told you guys this already. Let me get a little zoom in. All right, plan today is simple, guys. Plan today is so simple. I've been working on the gnarliest research-backed agent orchestrator. You know how I roll. I spent all weekend going through the research papers. There's literally thousands of them, and no one dares to read them or look at them. I'll say it one last time this morning, and I'm not going to say it again today. I come from the fitness world. I was a personal trainer. I was a health coach for 13 years. I worked with hundreds of clients. I had 10 personal trainers underneath me at one point in time. The health world turned into a goddamn slop fest nonsense of preaching non-research backed methodologies. The same exact thing is happening in AI, where people are just spewing nonsense out of their mouth that has no basis in facts. And we will not stand for it. Everything we ship into our product, Canvas, cnvs.dev. It's the first link in the description to this YouTube video. Go purchase yourself a lifetime license right now. Everything we ship in Canvas will be fully research back. The agent orchestration system. The cross-agent memory system. Even the goddamn spatial layout of agents and naming them and voice controlling them. And it's so crazy because we have not even gotten started yet. It's day 58. We just passed $30,000 in revenue, and we legitimately have not even cracked the surface. And I couldn't be any more excited to get into it. I couldn't be any more excited to get into it. All right, Austin, wake up. Black Mamba. I've been locked in for hours. You need to wake the F up, Max. Sailing Uncut, good morning. All right, let's lock in. My man Leo is here. Let's go. Revenue breakdown. $27,000 from CNVS, the best agentic development environment in the world, coming in the last couple of weeks. It's gone massively viral on Twitter, on YouTube, on any place it gets shared, because it's the future of vibe coding. I was waiting on someone to make it. No one's making it. So I said, you know what? I'll do it my goddamn self. And I'm not building an ugly ass CMUX. An ugly ass CMUX clone. No one's ever shipped anything like Canvas. People are copying it as fast as they possibly can. But the only problem is they lack taste. They don't read the research. And they have no energy because they need to wake the fuck up. Come on. All right, guys, I'm going to stop screaming. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had too much coffee this morning. I had too much coffee this morning. Ultimate shots, I've seen that. I've seen that happen. We're going to fix that today. We're going to fix it today. Wordsword. What? This username. Oh, words everywhere. Says, I've been locked in for hours. You need to wake the F up, Max. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. I'll wake up. Brandon says, we are awake so early. Let's go. Ooh. Do I exist? Says no energy, stimulant drugs. No, guys, we're just doing coffee. We're just doing creatine. We're just doing electrolytes. We're just doing pull-ups. Let's please leave the stimulants. You can go do those over there. All right. Vilden says, was live streaming the only channel that helped you start getting users on Canvas? No, I do have, how many followers do we have on X? How many followers do we have on X? It doesn't even matter because followers don't count anymore for anything. In case you guys don't know that, followers don't matter. I was going to say we have 16,000 followers on X, but we have 19,000.4. 19.4 thousand. If you haven't followed me on X, go to x.com/_MaxBlade and follow me on X. I pretty much tweet every single day about my hot takes, my Canvas development, anything you can think of, I tweet it. All right. Turtle is here. Lax says, what stack are you using? I'm using Canvas. Ultimate shots. We're gonna get that fixed today, brother. Right now. Right now. Okay, here's the deal. I need you to wake up first.
I'm up and right here with you.
I'm not believing it. I'm not believing it. I need you to say I'm up a little bit more enthusiastically.
I'm up. I'm up and ready to roll. What are we building first?
You gotta make me believe it. You gotta make me believe it.
I'm up, wide awake and locked in. Point me.
All right. So can we please open 3 Claude Code agents? We're gonna get absolutely psychotic today, just so you know.
3 Claude agents are live and ready to rip.
All right, so first we need to prompt Chase verbatim that we did some deep research this weekend on agent orchestration. I need him to find the MD file, and then I need him to start drawing up a beautiful plan for how we are going to route this, how we're going to take this research and patch it into CNVS. And I want to take the agent orchestrator that we built the other day, the Marshall, and I kind of want to scrap that, to be honest, but I don't think we need to fully scrap it. I think we need to just merge that into the Forge system. So basically the graphical user interface for the agent orchestrator will just get more merged into the Forge system. Also, I want feedback on whether or not we should be creating a like a skill that the agents can utilize to help facilitate the process of agent orchestration straight from each individual terminal themselves. Send that to Chase verbatim. Tell him not to write any code yet, but let's draw up a really good plan. Be insanely brief in his response, and talk to me like I'm a goddamn idiot. You know, no crazy technical jargon. Let's just give me, this is what we should do, Max, and then yeah, just send that.
Chase has the plan prompt and
Okay. Can you please send something to Marshall right now? We need to do a deep dive on the entire CNVS code base, and then we need to figure out how we are going to make the most beautiful iPhone app possible. I want it to be simple. Less is more, less is more, less is more. It should be the perfect companion to CNVS. It should feel like when I walk away from my computer, I can open my phone and I am right back where I left off. I think we are probably going to utilize the remote canvases to make this feel effortless. Let's get a brief going, ultra brief doc going
I'll pull his summary and turn it into a quick plain English brief for you.
No. Send that to Marshall. Send that to Marshall verbatim. I want him to work on it.
Marshall's been tasked with a minimal, crisp concept brief for the iPhone companion app. When he wrote that exact message...
Okay. I need you to prompt Sky now, verbatim, that right now I'm having an issue where sometimes the agents will just keep saying they're done, especially if my laptop goes to sleep and it wakes back up. It'll say Chase is done. Can you have Sky do a deep dive on the code base and figure out where that bug might live?
Sky's on the case. If you want.
All right. I got to go yell at chat. Just go to sleep. All right, guys! I can feel you falling asleep over there. I need you to fully wake up. We got John here this morning. That's a great sign. Turtle says, good morning. Black Mamba said, well, I guess you're the best guy to ask this because I recently started research papers and I got lost in them very quickly. I always somehow get confused in the paper. Any tips on reading them? Yeah, you get Claude Code right on your right-hand side. Absolutely. Give Claude Code a link to it. Have it make an HTML file. Go line by line. Well, first off, if you're not used to reading research papers, you need to first off give the research paper to Claude Code, and you need to say, give me the pros and cons of why this research is complete bullshit. Okay? Look at who's funding the research. Look at how long the study was. Look at what the study size was. You know, please sniff out and tell me if this research is complete junk, garbage, bullshit. Because I hate to tell you guys this, but 98% of the studies, the research information that's out there in the world right now is complete garbage. Okay, we got Coca-Cola funding fucking diabetes studies. Make that make sense. You think the same shit's not going to happen in AI? Because it will. Sorry, guys. I'm so fired up this morning. I can't help it. I'm going to lose my voice. I'm going to lose my voice in the first 30 minutes of the stream. We're 19 minutes in. There's just so much passion. There's just so much passion flowing through me. No, there's not a single human being on earth with more passion for this than me. It's not even close, too. It's not even close. I don't think there's another human being with 5% as much passion for this shit as me. Okay, Brandon finally ordered a MacBook. Let's go, baby! Welcome! Guys, the more Apple products you have, the closer you are to becoming a millionaire. And a lot of you are not going to like to hear that. A lot of you are not going to like to hear that. All right, we're spread out on chairs and we're not on the track pads.
Sky is
Can you
done.
guys, I didn't order 50 walking pads for the stream room just for you guys to be sitting on chairs. Okay? If I'm going to be doing my steps, you guys are going to get on your walking pads and do your steps too. All right, so please stand up. Stand up. You can take your espresso with you. But I need you to stand up, get on the walking pad. And you know what? The speed is 2.4 minimum. If you're walking any lower than 2.4, then I don't know what you're doing. That's not even walking. I don't even know what to... I don't know what to describe that as. If there's something slower than walking, that's what you're doing. On my walk pad with you, bro. Thank you so much. Don't apologize. Go off, says Chad. Let's go. Big R says, good day, Max. Hope you're doing great. And we have 2 days of Fable. Hope Soul will be the one we can trust after Fable. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Almost says not true. Locked in. Monday. Let's go. Mindgrind says, I've been on my walking pad. Wizzy says, speed is 4.5 always here, bro. Wow. Wow. I get the feeling there is a select few of you, and I do mean a select few of you. It's gotta be 10 or less. It's gotta be 10 or less. When we have 100 people in here, it's closer to 25. But right now, what do we got? We got 50 people in here. It's gotta be 10 or less that are fully locked in. And that's fine. The rest of you, I'm gonna get you guys to lock in. I will force you guys to lock in. Don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that. Give me a status update here.
Chase is waiting on you, basically ready to turn the recommendation into a simple diagram if you want it. Marshall finished with a concise direction for the iPhone companion and suggests a visual one-pager. And Sky pinpointed likely areas for the keep saying done bug in his...
Okay. Let's slow down today. We're going to speed up today by slowing down. That's going to be the goal all day today, just so you know. We're going to be going fast by going slow and smooth. All right, me and you together. So first, I need you to prompt Chase. I want him to make a HTML page perfectly outlining how he wants to set all of this up. It has to be ultra simple, less is more, and it also has to get me fired up.
Chase has the prompt now. He'll draft a minimal HTML outline that's clear, motivating.
Okay, wait. The only thing is, I want you to also tell him that when he's done with that, open the HTML file inside the Canvas browser preview.
Perfect. Chase now knows to open the HTML in the Canvas browser preview as soon as it's ready so you can review it instantly.
Hold on. I need you to... Something just came across my desk. I need you to go to sleep. Simplu, let's go! That fires me up! Chad says Broski already did the walk this morning. I'm fasted outside. Fight me. Mindgrind says I've been on a walking pad. Paulo says good morning and afternoon to the ones watching from Europe/Asia. That reminds me, I don't know where Don is, and I don't know why he thinks he could not show up on Monday morning. My head of product design is not here, which is disturbing. I really feel like I can start doing one-handed pull-ups. And I'm not just saying that. I really feel like I could just do them one-handed now. Turtle says, I've been thinking about getting a walkie pad. Any recommendations? I am on the cheapest one you can get on Amazon. It was $100. It has a Bosch motor inside it. I'm 250 pounds, 6'5". This is a complete side note. Really quick side note. I don't know if you guys have been watching the World Cup at all. I don't know if you guys are watching the World Cup at all, but I cannot get enough of the big boy on Norway's team. His name is Erling Haaland, I think.
Opening the
Dude.
preview.
Dude, I cannot get enough of the big boy. He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. Fires me up.
Opening
Fires
preview.
me up. All right. Holland! Dude. Yesterday, the performance he put on was giving me goosebumps. Erling Haaland is a Zen master. It's a beast. I'm from Norway. Let's fucking go. I got the Norway blood in me. But I saw a video of El Oslo or something. Oh man. I shouldn't be talking. I shouldn't be talking right now, because I'm so geographically challenged. All right, yes, Oslo is the capital of Norway. Okay. Dude, the arena's packed. They're watching on the, I don't even know, 1,200-inch screens. Holland scores. The beer is flying. Like the beer, I don't even know how there could be that much beer that's flying in the air. And I was just like, holy shit, these are my people. All right. Stop babysitting agents. Build the forge that runs them. One board, one boss. Every job checked before it's called done. The research is loud and clear. The winning move isn't more agents, it's fewer agents kept focused with one thing standing between looks done and done.
Desktop-create.
Stop! Come to Norway, I'll show you around. I live in Oslo! Oh my god, amazing. And no criminal charges with 100,000 people? None? Oh my god. If that was in the States, you please believe. Please believe. The header, wild. I can't believe won that match against Mexico. England, yes, unbelievable. That was a crazy game. We had 100,000 people rowing yesterday in the streets, including the Crown Prince. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, it fires me up. It gives me goosebumps. All right, so guys, the research I saw yesterday was unbelievable. Do you guys want me to go over? Do you want me to go over the research on? Do you want me to go over the research on agent orchestration? Because I guarantee it's not even anything you would believe. The amount of misconception there is to agent orchestration is insane. Like everybody is just spewing garbage nonsense. Just garbage nonsense, dude, about agent orchestration, and it's such a joke. Like all of the top influencers on vibe coding and AI, it's so clear they've never looked at what the research says about agent orchestration. And it's not like a little, it's not like, oh, this changes things a little bit. It's a massive difference. It's a massive difference. Vikings went from most brutal to the most civilized people in modern history. Yes, they did. It's insane. All right, let me go over a couple things. Hold on. All right, can you fire up a Claude Code agent and have him open the open the open the research MD file that we did on agent orchestration, not the Forge plan, but the actual research MD file.
Rubble is digging into Research MD now, and will come back with a summary of the key takeaways and open questions.
You guys aren't going to believe this. You guys aren't going to believe this. I probably could have just we need to make sure that GPT Realtime can open files inside of the that's a whole nother note that we're going to have to do. Hold on one second. I'm going to say open the agent orchestration research MD. Oh, HTML. It's an HTML file. That's why. In CNVS browser preview. MAO is the path. MAO done well, plus Apple ecosystem. He goes, money, give me my money. In a world that you can make 30K in 50 days, I believe anything. It's crazy because, whatever, we've been streaming for 50 days, but the majority of that 30K has come in like the last 2 weeks. I know Anthropic was weird with other apps using their OAuth. Is it safe? It's fully 100% safe because we are actually running Claude Code inside a terminal. We're just controlling the custom terminal that we made. So we made, everything is built from the ground up in Swift, and it's running Claude Code. It's actually a harness for the harness. You can think of Canvas as a harness for the harnesses. And that's the only reason why we can use the subscription. Like, a lot of people are like, why wouldn't you just build a harness? Well, maybe down the road, if they get rid of subsidized tokens, we'll do that. But for right now, when you pay $200 and you get $14,000 worth of tokens, then we're building a harness for the harness. And that's just how it is. So yeah, it's fully within spec. Tech, what is up? What is up?
Opening the preview.
This is not.
Rubble is done.
Hold on, I gotta find my research file. This is not it. This is not it. Let me see where this is. Ooh. Review. Alpha ship plan. Hold on. Report. Where's my findings? I already had an existing HTML file summarizing this research. Can you please find it? Nice to see someone working while you were doing the exact same thing. Let's go. I see lots of improvements inside CNVS. Yes, baby! John says it's 2 coffees down. It's time for a monster to unleash a beast on CNVS and get this video recording on how CNVS maxing is done. Let's go! I do have to say, John is the original CNVS maxer. I actually... When he first showed me his CNVS, his canvas, his workflow, I was actually like, holy shit, hold on one second. Whoa. And I equate it to like, if you were the designer, if you were the person that created Call of Duty, and then just someone who plays Call of Duty took you into Rust for a 1v1 and just smoked your ass. And you're like, wait a second. Wait 1 second. I made this. This is my thing. And he's like, yeah, but I just smoked your ass. You just got smoked. Okay, got it. Yes. Open, please. Save, 2. John says, you built the canvas. I merely painted.
Closed Fire versus Ash. Orchestration. Opening the preview.
Guys, if you haven't liked the stream, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know what you're doing. I have no idea what you're doing.
Rubble is done.
All right. Open code go max, Codex max, Claude Code max. What am I doing wrong? No, I think you're doing everything right. I think you're doing everything right. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so more agents doesn't actually mean smarter. That's the first takeaway here. All right, it's basically... It's a direct correlation. It's a direct correlation between the amount of credits that you're utilizing and how much smarter it is. Letting agents debate each other, letting same agents debate each other is a no-go. It doesn't actually improve your end outcome. They saw no improvement in the end outcome by letting the same foreshadowing. They saw no improvement by letting the same agents debate each other. Also, foreshadowing, more agents doesn't actually mean smarter, but using more tokens does produce a better result. Also, foreshadowing. Let the AI check its own work. So if you have an agent do work, and then you use that same exact agent to then say, all right, can you go please check your work and make sure it's all good? This decreases the outcome. So when they benchmarked it, whether or not the code was successful that it wrote, if they have this, after an agent wrote the code, if you have it, you say, all right, go back and now check the code that you wrote, it makes it worse. Foreshadowing, same agent. same agent. If you have the same agent check the code, it gets worse. Benchmarks. We all know this. Benchmarks. Benchmarks are getting very bullshit. The amount of benchmarking that's going on is much, much, much higher than we previously thought. Benchmaxing is very high right now. We are in dire need of a better benchmark. Okay, giant context windows, massive context windows was actually showing a decrease in performance. Also foreshadowing to what we're going to do with Canvas. Do you consider each active terminal an agent, or do you spawn a specific agent in each terminal when you work, such as Claude agents? Found it first. That's exactly what we're going to go into. Where's the proof for all this research and what model was used? So I basically had Fable 5 spawn. I had it spawn 100 research agents. I used the rest of my entire weekly sub to do this research. So it went through, it spawned 100 research agents to go look at hundreds of studies, because there's 1,000 produced in the last couple weeks. And it basically decided whether or not the research was trustworthy. First, it threw out research if it didn't meet quality standards. And then piled all the research together, created a synthesis, and then used that synthesis to create an HTML summarization that we have right here in front of us. I have another file that has the hundreds of research papers that it went through on this. All right, one boss, many workers, hub and spoke, plus 81% over a single agent on work that actually splits up. Guys, here's the paradigm. Here is how you need to look at the agent orchestration, okay? When you have a large orchestration agent like Fable 5, draw up an exact plan and then pass it off to a new agent that has a fully clear context window, 100% clear context window, and it defines a very small chunk of code base that it's going to work on. A very small chunk of code base, so it's not going to fill up its context with the whole code base. That's what the orchestrator agent does. Orchestrator agent fills the whole code base, looks through all the shit, sends it off to one agent, all right, that has a very small area of window that it's doing, and it has a very precise job that it receives from the orchestrator agent. There is the most insane improvement in success rate of the code that it's writing. So you have one big old Fable 5 model. You send it to GPT-5.5. You send it to Cursor on a minuscule area of the code base in a very defined small individual job. It was 81% increase. That is on another planet over single agent work performance. 81% increase. That's not like, oh, it's a little bit better. That's another planet. That's another realm. Statistical significance is so low compared to that. This is like another realm of improvement. This is how we will be vibe coding everything moving forward. Small jobs split out to agents that have a completely clear context window. 100% clear context window. They read a very small portion of the code. They make a very precise surgical change or a surgical write, and that's it. That's it. All right. A separate reviewer that runs the test. Even this, a 15.6% increase. All right, so guys, we already talked about this. I need you guys to wake up because you're falling asleep. You guys are falling asleep. I need you fully awake. We're talking about really life-changing shit right here. We're talking about the future of AI. And no one else is willing to do this. Because they would rather just spew garbage nonsense that feels good. You know, they come up with an idea. They're like, oh, this sounds good. Let me vibe code this. This sounds good. This is going to get views on X. Yeah. We're not doing that. We're going to actually be mature, grown animals. I mean, don't get me wrong. We are psychopathic. We're fully psychopaths, but in the best way possible. This is the stuff that's going to take us from $30,000 to $300,000 to $30 million. Okay, because we're not just, oh yeah, I'll vibe code something that, yeah, this sounds like a good idea to add in. Let me add this in. This is the real shit. And if you guys don't know what I'm working on CNVS. Let me put a link in the description here. It's the future of vibe coding. It's the future of vibe coding. We've done $30,000 in the last couple weeks since we launched it. It's the best agentic development environment in the world. No one's anywhere near close. And it's because of what we're doing right here today. And you guys asked for it. On Friday, you said, show me the research, show me the blah, blah, blah. When we built our agentic memory system that's on demand so it doesn't increase contextual bloat, we did the same thing we're doing today. All right, a separate reviewer that runs the test, 15% increase. Guys, do you remember earlier? Do you remember earlier? When you have the same agent, review its own work, it's a 5% decrease. Versus you bring in a new agent with a fully cleared out context window and review the work. Now, instead of a 5% decrease, you're getting a 15% increase. All of this shit's going to add up. When we pull this together, into one agent orchestration system, it's all going to add up. And then we're going to benchmark it. And then it's going to be on a whole other level of any harness. Austin, yeah, I like that idea. Are you related to Ryan Gosling? Ryan is my cousin. I didn't want to... People keep coming in here saying, are you related to him? He is my cousin. I'm sorry. You had to find out like this. They were trying to get me to do Hail Mary. Amaze. But I couldn't do it. All right. This is... Give each worker a tiny clean context. 90% fewer tokens and higher accuracy. Purpose-built memory beat Just Remember Everything by 26%, while being 91% faster. Are you kidding me right now? 91% faster? I'm not gonna lie, after I was reading all this research, I'm like, dude. I've been vibe coding like an idiot for the last year, 2 years, 3 years. But I think the majority of people have been vibe coding like an idiot. And what we're going to do with Canvas is we're going to show how good it can be. I think that's what we're going to do. All right, better prompts beat fancier wiring. Sorry, better prompts beat fancier wiring. The biggest lever isn't your fancy graph of agents, it's each worker's prompts. Plus 6% from prompts and plus 3% from topology. One better tool description alone made later agents 40% faster. What this is saying is when you have one agent that knows everything the fuck is going on, and it can send a very precise prompt to a small agent that just woke up, has zero context, has no context bloat going on. A small agent. So when Fable 5 has a full picture of what's going on, it can fire up a small agent. GPT-5.5 is not smaller, but Cursor 2.5 or even another Fable instance with zero context in a ultra precise prompt, maybe even include a skill in tool calls. 40% faster. On top of the 90% fewer tokens and 91% faster of just using a tiny clean context agent. And then this last one is good. This last one is good, but I mean, it's another given. It's another obvious fucking thing. Basically, if you have an agent do the job 100 times and then have another agent come in, a separate agent come in and judge the best one, your solve rate for complex issues goes up by 56%. Let me say that again because I know you guys need to wake up a little bit. I mean, we're talking about groundbreaking fucking shit. And you guys are falling asleep over there. Basically, if you have an agent or you have multiple agents do something 100 times, maybe we have an insanely difficult problem we're trying to solve. We're trying to write a crazy algorithm. You have it write it 100 times. You bring in another agent and you say, pick the best one out of 100 of these. It's a 56% increase in solve rate. That doesn't apply to what we're doing here. But it is just something interesting to keep in the back of our minds. The one thing I don't have on here by the way, you already built the thing the research says wins. But anyways, the
is done.
The piece that I don't have in here, which I thought that I did have in here, that I did research on the other day because we had somebody in chat that was arguing with me. Somebody in chat was arguing with me. But brother, upload this please. All right, I'll think about uploading it. Garlic Crouton, good morning. Permanent underclass, what's up? Somebody was arguing with me about, I always make my agents debate because it gets a better outcome. Single agent debate. So if I have Fable 5 and Fable 5 debate each other, the research shows that decreases the solve rate of the outcome. Meaning if I have Fable 5 sit there and go back and forth with Fable 5 like this, I think we should do this. No, I think we should do this. No, I think we should do this. I think we should do this. It actually gets worse code. But, and I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. If you bring in GPT 5.5, Fable 5, Gemini 3, GLM 5.2, different LLMs. If you bring in a large spectrum of different LLMs and have them debate, it increases performance. Which I don't know why it's not listed here. Oh, right here. Different models, not clones. The one thing that helps debate Claude Code, Codex, Gemini side by side. But the amount that it increases the performance is not worth it. I mean, maybe if we have an ultra difficult problem, we could create some sort of fully AI psychosis feature inside of Canvas where it's called like the God agent, the super agent, Agent Omega, where it's a chat window that like when you chat with them, it automatically forces every agent that you have inside of Canvas to do a psychopathic debate. I think it increases perspective from diversity of models. That has to be what's happening. If you give each Fable a distinct persona for certain tasks, I feel like same agent debate could be decent, although using a variety of models. I don't think that works. I don't think that works. I mean, we'd have to dive into the paper, but I do not think that works. If you do it 500 times, you get a 250% solve rate. Eric says he's not falling asleep. Good morning, Eric. Good morning, Felipe. Group chat for agents. Crazy. I mean, that would be the most psychopathic thing that we could possibly add. All right. So
Rebel
over the
done.
weekend, I took this research and I built an agent orchestrator. And it works so good. It works so good, but it's so ugly. Like, it's so ugly, I can't ship it. I cannot ship it. It's called Marshall. Like I reserved the name Marshall of one of my agents for the agent orchestrator. It looks like slop, but it works fantastic. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to take that agent orchestrator that I built and I'm going to merge it into the Forge that we have already. So for those of you that are just joining, this is my app, CNVS. It's available right now at cnvs.dev. It's gone mega viral over the last couple of weeks. We've done over $30,000 in revenue. We're building legitimately the agent development environment of the future. There's nothing else like it. It's fully research backed. We're literally stepping in to save the AI world from the same problem that happened to the fitness world over the last 13 years. I was a health coach, personal trainer for 13 years of my life. I watched the health world turn to slop and have to get saved by science. The same thing is happening right now in the AI world, where we have all these mega influencers that are just like vomiting out this like garbage nonsense that's based in like feel good vibes. So the Forge, you can load up tasks in here. You can choose how many agents you want to go at it right now. This is the current state of the Forge, which it's not great. It's not great. I'm not gonna lie to you. It needs a lot of improvement. I mean, it's good. It's really good, but we can make it way better, like way better. So you load up as many tasks as you want, and the cool thing is it's bi-directional, so agents can control the Forge, and the Forge can control agents. But based on our research, we're gonna have one orchestrator agent that can patch out small tasks with small context windows with very specific instructions to whatever agent of your choice. So we could have Fable 5 patch out tasks to Composer 2.5, Or we could have Fable 5 patch out tasks to Fable 5. We're going to take all of that research that we just went through, and we're going to build it into our agent Forge so that we can have a orchestration agent that has context of everything that's going on, that spawns individual small agents that have small context windows, ultra specific tasks. And then at the end, we're going to spawn a brand new agent that gets prompted from our main orchestrator agent, Fable 5, that has full context of the whole problem that we're dealing with. And it'll verify the work, because we already know the agents verifying their own work, which is what's happening right now, is a 5% decrease in solve rate, when bringing in a third-party agent with a fresh context window is, what was it, a 15% increase in solve rate. So let's get out of control. Let's get psychopathic here, and let's get this built in. And also we have to start on the iPhone app now, because we don't have much time left. Guys. We have today and tomorrow. I think that's it, right? So let me bring the desk down. You guys can sit down now. The intro is done. We're an hour into the stream and you guys are still standing. If you can sit down, grab yourself an extra coffee with the protein foam on the top. Put a heaping scoop of creatine in, a heaping scoop of electrolytes, and please sit down. Especially you guys in the front. You're blocking the people behind you. All right, did my 21K day. Life is good. Let's go. Rosie, gonna grab a bacon, cheeseburger, and chocolate milk for the gains, but we'll be back and lock the fuck in. Oh my God. All right. All right, I appreciate it. I appreciate you letting us know. All right, let's close this. Let's close this. Organize. Let me see what we got going on.
Rubble is done.
Hello, hello. All right, we got to get to shipping here. We have to get to shipping here. Give me a breakdown on what every agent is doing.
Chase is done, but it looks like it drifted into a diagram path instead of finishing a browser preview. Marshall is done and ended up leaning toward a visual one-pager concept instead of a crisp written brief. Sky is done and found likely sleep and wake handling gaps for the done spam. Rubble just finished a research summary and flagged.
All right, what I want to do here is I want to close Rubble, and then let's flip the agents back over, and then give me a description of what Sky found.
Rubble is closed and everyone's back on their terminals. Sky traced the repeated done messages to a wall clock-based done watchdog in voicecontroller.swift that doesn't handle sleep and wake. After a wake, quiet timers span the sleep and trigger false done flips, sometimes cycling states. The recommended fix is to handle the wake event, pause the watchdog, re-baselane activity and probes, add a monotonic clamp, and use a cooldown to prevent repeated callouts.
All right, well, can you prompt Sky verbatim? Let's implement the fix.
Sky's now been prompted with that exact fix plan and can start implementing it.
All right, and then can you please prompt Marshall to create an HTML file outlining exactly the iPhone app, and maybe even give some sort of graphic preview. It doesn't have to be pixel for pixel, but just like a breakdown and make multiple screens of how everything is going to work user experience wise. So it feels like Steve Jobs made the Canvas iOS app version. And you can just prompt him verbatim to get that done right now.
Marshall's got it. He's been prompted verbatim to draft the HTML and multi-screen UX preview.
Okay, great. Can you please walk me through this 1 through 5 list that Chase just sent me about switching the agent orchestrator over to the Forge?
Got it. Let me walk through the list step by step so it's easy to follow. Here's the 5-beat breakdown Chase sent. First, the hero message is basically stop babysitting agents, with a bold pitch for the Forge. Next, it says you collapse the two bosses into one by retiring Marshall and growing the Forge board. Then it highlights 3 core moves: merge, check, which is called the big win, and focus. After that, it describes the job flow from mission to cards, then building, then the check-in gate, and finally done. Finally, it answers whether agents should boss each other, with a conditional yes, but only in small ways, and then lists 6 high-level steps. Still with you.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think that let's prompt Chase verbatim to create a plan for this, and then let's fire up as many Claude Code agents as it needs to work in parallel on getting this agent orchestration flow absolutely dialed in. I want the end user experience to be absolutely as intuitive as possible, and I need it to fit our research findings perfectly.
Chase is planning the handoff, and 3 Claude agents are now running in parallel to implement the orchestration flow with an intuitive UX and solid checks. I can give you a...
No, I need you to prompt Chase verbatim that I want it to open up Claude Code agents to handle the work here.
Chase has the message and knows to open Claude Code agents to handle the work.
Okay, fantastic. You can go to sleep for now.
I'll be...
Matt, I spent the weekend kind of starting to work on that situation. It'd be really helpful to show what each agent currently working on next to their name. I often forget. I know, I do too. If you hit the F key, it does provide like a little summary. It shows you what the last prompt is, so it flips them like this. But I think that you're right. Some sort of summarization, maybe in the title bar or something like that, would be nice. But if you hit the F key, then it'll show you the last prompt that they're working on. Or if you say, can you give me a status update on the agents?
Got it. Let me pull a quick snapshot of what everyone's doing right now. Chase is actively spinning up Claude Code capacity. Marshall is building the iPhone app HTML and UX preview. Sky is implementing the sleep and wake done bug.
Okay, you can flip them back over and now you can go to sleep. So both GPT Realtime can flip them over, and GPT Realtime is nice because it'll actually read through the terminal logs and then give an explanation on top of being able to see. It'll flip the cards, it'll flip them, so you see the last prompt that's sent. It'll show their idle working state or waiting on you state, and GPT Realtime actually reads through the terminals, your prompts and the agent's responses, and then gives you a summary of what the agents were working on. That's kind of nice. The UI for your Canvas app is sick. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. How do I do this with F-Key? It's not doing it for me. The status agents didn't work as well. With GPT real time? Just click on the canvas. Click on the canvas anywhere in the canvas. Anywhere in this blank space. Anywhere or up here or anywhere, and then just press F. And it's possible that I didn't. I just started working on the status update thing. It's possible I didn't ship that with the last update. Sorry if I if I just baited you right there. I'm sorry. And then Matt, are you asking GPT Realtime for a summary? Because GPT Realtime can provide a summary. Got it. Thanks. Awesome. We need to add the F key to do the flip summary for agents in the onboarding breakdown. For sure. Because nobody knows about that. And it's actually really nice. Like when I'm off stream and I'm coding on my MacBook, like I'm all the time like looking at what's going on. All right,
Marshall is
browser.
done.
And then I'm going to... Oh, it opened in an artifact? I have to make it stop doing that. What does he say? Open this in the CNVS browser preview, please. You should create a minigame to increase user retention and coding downtimes. Are you using Ghosty for the terminal emulator? No, this is a terminal that's built in Swift from the ground up. It was just like an open source sort of like placeholder that we modified to use inside of Canvas. But everything in CNVS is built from the ground up in Swift. So the browser, the terminals, the Markdown viewer, even the music player, every single thing is built in the ground up from Swift because we're trying to make it as performant as possible so that even older Macs have no problem running 8, 10 agents at a time.
Refreshed.
I'm waiting to be disappointed by Gemini 3.5. All right, so Right where you left off, not a second editor, a living window onto the canvas you just walked away
Marshall
from,
is
and a
done.
way to answer the one agent that's waiting on you from the coffee line. So it has this like,
Chase is done.
it's showing the canvas right here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's showing the canvas right here, and then it's showing your active agents. And this one says needs you, and then these ones say working underneath. So this is like Sky, this is Marshall, this is Chase, and then here's the whole canvas right here. So this is what it came up with for a sort of like brainstorming what the mobile app could look like. You pull out your phone before you've thought about it. You already see the canvas and who needs you. You tap the amber one, type a line, pocket the phone. The fleet keeps moving. 3 gestures, then it's back in your pocket. Glance, open to a live frame of your max canvas and the fleet roster sorted so whoever is blocked on you sits at the top, breathing amber. Nudge, tap an agent to see its last output in one reply line. Approve a permission, send a question, redirected, send. Pocket, you're done. Nothing to save, nothing to arrange, no layout to keep tidy. The Mac holds the truth. The phone just reached in. The thing is with Canvas is you can run fully remote canvases. Like this canvas right here is running on one of my virtual private servers, my Hetzner server. So I can just fire up agents inside here, and then I can get them started working on stuff, and then just walk away. I can turn my Mac off. Theoretically, we could just open that on the iPhone app or open it on the Mac, and it works like almost like Google Docs of vibe coding, where they're going to see the same exact canvas, the same agents working, the same files. All of it is the same. It's literally the Google Docs of vibe coding. Nothing on the screen is decoration. The live still. Amber means you. State reads as light. The Mac does everything the iPhone does, one honest thing. Like it wants the Mac to be the basically the server, which I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're just going to have remote canvases. At least as V1, we'll have remote canvases. Then eventually we'll probably do sandboxes. Then maybe we'll do like a Tailscale network thing. I'm building a social media aggregator. I think it'll be the future. Your stuff in one place. All right. Can you distribute deployment of the actual Claude Code backends on multiple servers? VPS, Mac Mini. So you would just make a canvas that lives on those individual devices. Because you got to remember, a canvas is literally just a directory. So like if I want to create a new virtual canvas, I can create one on the Mac Mini that's in this room. I can create one on the virtual private server, the Hetzner server that runs in the cloud. It's a Linux box. I have a million virtual private servers, so I can create canvases on all of those. And then I already have Claude Code, Codex, Cursor running on all those agents. Canvas just allows me to have literally a canvas where I can open those and I can run the agents. And one of the small but cool things that we added recently, which I've never seen anybody else do this before, is basically, so this is a remote canvas. All right. if I fire up Claude Code inside here, then I take a screenshot. I take a screenshot. Because this is like the #1 ass thing. I take a screenshot and paste it right there. It actually just uploaded it to the directory on the virtual private server. So now this agent right here that's running fully remote in the cloud has full access to the file, the screenshot, the whatever that I just uploaded. Like Levels.io, if you guys are on X, Levels.io has been talking a lot about vibe coding with remote agents. So has like Theo and all them. And everyone, when they find out that Canvas can make remote agents feel almost like they're local on your machine, they're always like, but what about screenshots? And so I added this, and it honestly, it feels kind of like magic. You can upload videos, you can upload files, you can upload screenshots. It uploads it straight to the server right there. Like, that's a small file, so there was no like loading bar or anything like that. But if I paste a video in there, like for instance, if I go back to CNVS, when I was building the landing page for canvas.dev, you guys already know that I did this on the server. So I just had a canvas that was running on my Hetzner server. I built the landing page on the server, and then when I wanted to put this video up for to be on the landing page, all I did was take the video. It was a huge file from my desktop, and I placed it into the virtual canvas, the remote canvas, and it uploaded the big video file. And then I messaged Claude Code and I said, okay, the video file is now in the directory. Make it in the landing page. And it was done. And it was live on the internet. I have zero doubt in my mind that workflow, not even just Canvas alone. I'm not saying just Canvas alone. I'm just saying that workflow will 100% be the future of vibe coding as a remote agent like that. I have a $200 max plan that I burned. Should buy tokens. Right now, do not buy another Claude plan because we're gonna lose Fable tomorrow night. Fosh says you could create a live site then that you could type on it be live. Yeah, I did that. I have a video on X of me doing that. Is make a new remote canvas. I'm going to select one of my Hetzner servers, and then we will create a remote canvas inside of the landing page directory for this actual application. Spawn a Claude Code agent. Open a browser preview and navigate to cnvs.dev. All right, now we have our remote agent that is living in the production directory, and we have our landing page loaded up. So let's ship code straight to production. This is actually
Chase,
the real website.
Change the H1 from command an army of agents with your voice to ship code 4 times faster.
Send to Chase.
Okay, so the beautiful thing about this, guys, is if I turned my MacBook off right now, it would not matter. This agent is living fully in the cloud on my production server, so it's just going to keep working. And if I open this application up, if I open Canvas up on a separate Mac and I open this remote canvas, then I'm actually going to see the same exact environment that I see right here. All right, so that says done. H1 now reads. refresh, and there you go. The production site H1 has been changed. Guys, if you want to get started with Canvas, then go over to cnvs.dev. It uses all of your existing AI subs, and there is no monthly
So yeah, you can literally work on a production site. If you want to get fully psychopathic, like, I wouldn't recommend doing that with your like web apps unless you are very experienced. But if you want to get full psychopathic and make a quick change to your landing page or whatever, it's no problem. In the future, the models will get so good, and Fable 5 is already there, that it really, you could vibe code on production with a web app. Levels already does it. Levels, his products have $50,000 in monthly recurring revenue, and he vibe codes on production. But the thing he complains about constantly that he's missing is that, and it's so funny, he doesn't have the ability to take a screenshot and upload it to his agents. Because if you just SSH into a terminal, like if I just open a terminal, then SSH into my server, and then open Claude Code that way, there's no way for me to, unless I do SCP, but that's a whole nightmare. So Canvas is a way to make that remote agent feel like it's just local on your machine, except for it's literally working on production. Thank you, Neo. I appreciate it. Foch Leon says, do you get that you designed a website creation tool? Yes, that's what it is. Drag and drop website creation suite. Yes, 1,000%. 1,000%. Humble says, I can't wait to do this on my iPad. Mobile working headset. Like, yeah, absolutely. Design to production, 100%. Oh, so currently you're letting users purchase Canvas and run on their systems or VPS, or is it like you are hosting Canvas and they can pay and access through your virtual private? No. You bring all your own stuff. So you buy a lifetime license of Canvas. You own it forever. All the updates that I send out, and then like, no matter what, you're gonna have to have a virtual private server. You either have to have a virtual private server or you use Vercel or whatever in order to host your website, right? Your website has to live somewhere. So all Canvas does is it looks at your SSH aliases and automatically sets them up as a place where a remote Canvas can live. And it does the same thing to set up Hermes agent, is it just looks at your Tailscale aliases, your SSH aliases, and you select the one that Hermes is running on, and then you have a full chat window to your Hermes agent. So when I open up Hermes like this, and then I click on, let me close this so you guys can see what's going on, and I'll make it full screen. When I click on this little globe right here, these are just all the nodes that I have basically in my Tailscale network, because I have an OpenClaw agent on a virtual private server. This Hermes agent is running on a MacBook Pro, an old MacBook Pro that I have that's inside this room. You're a psycho. You're a psycho. Why can't I not get this? I would love to show this to chat, but the ability to download shit on... All right, here's Canvas orchestrating every coding model. The beautiful thing about Canvas orchestrating the models also is that it's completely model agnostic, you know? So like you can have Fable 5 orchestrating GPT-5.5 or GPT-5.5 orchestrating Cursor 2.5 or whatever you want. Canvas is literally, that's why it's called Canvas, is it's literally just a canvas for you to plug in all your existing AI subs, your Hermes agent, your virtual private servers, your other MacBooks that live, in the room with you, everything. And it becomes one environment that you're utilizing all of those. And also we added GPT Real-Time and NVIDIA Parakeet so that it can be fully voice controlled. All right, there's a live agent editing voice control in the same folder. Should I run the Claude Code implementer so they don't corrupt each other or Chase's work? All right, worktree branches is fine. All right, I'm going to say I need you to prompt Marshall verbatim to come up with and let's just take out all the text, all the slop, all the garbage. Just give me two different designs that are wildly different than the first one. And I think our first version of the iOS app is literally just going to work off of the shared canvases that run on the virtual private servers, because that's going to be the easiest way for us to have the same canvas on both the iOS app and the Mac that the canvas can see also, if that makes sense. But give me two wildly different designs for the UX experience of the iPhone app, and make a new HTML file that has all of the screens. The first design that you just came up with, and two different, like wildly different user experience designs for the iOS app.
Marshall's on it and has the exact prompt. If you want, I can check what it generated and summarize the two UX directions.
No, I don't, but I want you to look at what Chase is doing and get me up to date here.
Chase is coordinating parallel work safely using separate worktree branches, with one agent handling the Swift dependency chain and another taking the independent skill and design doc. It's been running for a while and is still in progress, not finished yet.
All right, amazing. And then what does Sky say here?
Sky has implemented guardrails around client detection, added a done callout cooldown, and a tester passing, with 1,528 passing and none failing. It's ready to commit next.
Okay. You can prompt Sky verbatim to commit that.
Sky's committing that now.
Awesome. Go to sleep for now. All right, badass.
Sky is done.
All right, let me All right, you can close Sky now.
Sky's closed. Sleep on.
Okay, perfect. You can go to sleep now. Blue sky! Docket, that's because you don't have a grok key in. Quicago! It was amazing, but it was really long. It was really, really long, if I'm being honest. Docket, all you need to do is put a grok key in with a K. A grok key with a K. And then set your voice to, when you're in on-device mode, set your voice to Eve. But right there, the voice that you were just hearing was GPT Real-Time. And that's Marin, M-A-R-I-N. The cool thing about the grok voice with NVIDIA Parakeet is legitimately, I checked my usage the other day. This was like 5 days ago. So it's probably gone up a little bit since then. But I use Canvas all day, every day. It was at 92 cents for the grok voice. Let me see what it's at now. Grok voice is by far, it's not even close, for doing just plain text to speech is the most cost efficient text to speech, besides obviously running locally, that I've ever seen. I mean, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. I don't know if it caches stuff. I'm not sure if stuff is cached. So it's at, like when it says send to Marshall, send to, like it just uses the cache probably. And that's why it's so cheap, because it's reoccurring commands. But trust me, Grok key and then send it to Eve. That's what you want. And then also, guys, for other people that are on, make sure you update to 1.3.8. It'll be a notification at the top. And then try out, go to canvases, and then get rid of the left toolbar. This one right here. Get rid of the left toolbar, and then change it from the top bar and the bottom bar to just only the command bar at the bottom. I'm thinking about setting that as the default user experience in Canvas because it's so much cleaner. So then all you have is the command bar at the bottom to worry about, and then all your agents are just have full room for the top area. There's way much more room for activities, and you don't have this stupid top bar right here. You don't have the sidebar right here. And then somebody messaged me also that they didn't like that there was the feedback button, but you can remove the feedback button, guys, just so you know. And you've always been able to remove the feedback button. So there's a feedback button right here normally. You can just go to canvases inside settings and get rid of the feedback button. And then that is like the most clean canvas setup you have. You have your voice controller at the bottom with your canvas selector, your settings, and that's it. And then the rest of it is just raw productivity.
Opening the preview.
All right, here's what we got. Custom canvas themes might be cool. You mean being able to set your own? I need to put some effort into that. Right now I have I think we have like 13 themes or something like that, but I need to put effort into building a theme so that people can make their own themes. We have a bunch of different light and dark mode themes, but I need to put some effort into making it so that people can generate their own themes. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here, guys. All right. So Atlas is hold the canvas, direct manipulation, pinch, pan and pinch a live miniature of the canvas. So obviously that's a possibility. It might get very annoying. It might get very annoying if you have a live miniature of the canvas on your phone and then like you select it and it pulls open the Claude Code terminal and you can prompt that from there. And then obviously like you exit out of it. And then it looks like this is the add button. So you click the add button down here and then you could spawn an agent or open a browser or run a shell or add a sticky note. I am Don. We're doing a lot today. I was asking where you were earlier, brother. I was saying, where is my head of product design when I have this much shit going on? Is that an easy? How many pulls have we done? That was an easy 40 already? It didn't even feel hard. Sam, it's 50-50 X and YouTube right now. Transparent background. What would you suggest to use NVIDIA Parakeet or GPT real time? Honestly, when I'm not live streaming, I use NVIDIA Parakeet like a lot of the time. And I've also, since I refined the keybinds, I use those a lot now too. So like if I'm prompting the agent, I'll always use either GPT Realtime or NVIDIA Parakeet. And it's usually, if I'm off stream, it's NVIDIA Parakeet because I have a family and I just feel weird not on stream and talking to the AI. I don't know. I have no idea. NVIDIA Parakeet is nice because it's really, really fast. It's free. So there's no money there. And if you're just getting fully psychotic, not on a live stream, it is nice to just be able to rip commands, open spawn Claude Code, Chase do this, Marshall do that. Like that's how I prompt my agents. And then a lot of times if I just want to like open agents or something like that, then I'm just using the Command K window. I'll type Claude, Command K, code. Oh my God. Command K, Codex. And so I recently changed it so that, I don't know if you can see that or not, but basically when you spawn an agent, it automatically focuses the input box, which is the smallest, but most significant upgrade to Canvas. So like, let's say I spawn a Codex agent. So it spawns that agent in the bottom right there. I can immediately start typing my prompt right in there without touching anything. Right. And so let's say I send that prompt off. I can go Command K, I can go Claude, and then I can immediately start typing in there. Command K, cursor. Same thing. I can start typing in there right away and send the command off. So what it usually looks like is like it's Command K and then it's dictation. So with the Parakeet on device, there's dictation mode. Dictation key is right option here, which just means it basically works exactly like Whisperflow. So I can do, here, let me zoom in so you can see.
Rocky is done.
Hello, I'm showing how dictation works. So that's just like Whisperflow. Versus if I do, so that's dictation mode versus if I do like control mode. If I do control mode, then it's like spawn a cursor agent.
Zuma the cursor agent is ready.
Spawn a Codex agent.
Everest the codex is ready.
Everest, are there any games today for the World Cup?
Sent to Everest.
So obviously not conversational like GPT Realtime, but amazing. Amazing. Since when have you been developing this? I don't even know how long it's been now. What has it been? 30 days now? Do we need to name our agents after... No, you don't. Whoa, 30K already earned? I know, I feel the same way. It's insane. How are you making designs that don't look like AI slop? A couple different ways. We use GPT image gen a lot to modify our designs. The number one cause for AI slop designs is taking your first output. So I think I probably spend 100 times more effort and it drives chat insane of revising, and then I revise some more, and then I revise some more. We had a 5-hour stream. We had a 5.5-hour stream where I worked on this background blur. Okay, there's no one else doing that right now. By the way, if you want to be successful, if you want to be like a successful indie hacker, then I think that there is a huge opportunity to being the person that spends 5 hours trying to get the background blur to work. I just think there's a massive opportunity there right now. Every single person is shipping slop garbage. And the thing is you spend 8 hours a day inside your code editor. It's insane that I'm the first person that comes along and it is like, hey, maybe your code editor should look inspiring. Like maybe your code editor should be a place that you want to look at. Crazy idea. You like it when your office looks nice. You're not even looking at your goddamn office. You're looking at your code editor and it looks like garbage. Bliss, what's up? Details are important. They are. You're so right, Humble. And you're so humble about it, too. What is going on here? Waiting for one background agent to finish. Okay. All right, let's look at these. Let's look at these designs. So we have this one design here that's kind of like... It's good, but I don't know if it's going to be the direction we go. Like, this would definitely be the way to go for the iPad app where you have more screen room, is having literally the canvas on the iPhone. But I almost feel like the iPhone app might have to be more of a summary of what's going on in the canvas. I'm just thinking the reason you're using the iPhone app is because you're someone like me. Maybe you're on the go. Maybe you got your kids there. And probably the last thing you want when you're on the go is to dick around with the actual infinite canvas on your iPhone. Like maybe a summary situation where it's simple. We don't have to make it look like slop garbage like this is. This is not good at all. But where it has a summary of what's going on. So see, it says Sky needs you. Sky needs you. Marshall. So these would be the agents that I have right here. This is Chase right here. This is Marshall. So they would be on my phone. When I pull up Canvas on my phone, we would have my Claude Code agent here, my Codex agent here, my Cursor agent here. When you click on them, it opens a nice terminal, a mobile terminal type view. Then maybe there's a little summary of what happened today with a timeline. And then you have your all canvas view. I like this because it's fucking simple. And that's exactly how I want the first app to be. I want there to be zero question on how to use it. I want it to be insanely clean. I want the iPad app to feel just like Canvas. Like the iPad app needs to feel exactly like this, where you got an infinite agent, your voice controlling agents onto it. It's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be amazing. But I'm really thinking that the Canvas iOS app should just be like raw, effective simplicity. I'm just thinking I'm on the couch. My kids are screaming. There's Paw Patrol on the TV. I'm trying to cook something. And I just want to see what my agent is doing right now. Did it finish the job? Did it change the color of the button? Did it finish the liquid glass? Did it finish the liquid glass implementation on the iOS app? That's all I want. Samir says, what's your background in terms of CS? I did go to school for business information systems, but I didn't learn a goddamn thing. Headphones and Canvas. Agents should be cards you scroll through hierarchically. I agree. I agree. You able to zoom out on Canvas? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you can zoom out. You can zoom out. You can move agents around to wherever you want them. You can, change the size of agents. Oh, you know what I didn't do today, which I'm sorry, guys. Normally when I'm live streaming, and then you can reorganize the canvas too right away. So I just reorganized it, right? I gotta change the font so you guys can see it. Got that extra large font.
Marshall is done.
Marshall, for the iOS companion app, I'm definitely leaning towards Signal. We have to figure out a initial theme that we're going to debut the app with that is going to be just stunningly world class. I want to keep everything as simple as possible. I don't think that for the screen that has the new task bar there, I don't think that having the message box is going to be the way to go. I think we're just going to have the add button, and from there we'll be able to spawn, all our agents, open a terminal, and control that. I think that from here you should draw up a plan of how this is actually going to technically work on the back end, so that the iOS app can see the canvas that runs on the virtual private server the same exact way that the Mac OS app does. It would be really nice if this was the most ultra intuitive process, to where you could either scan a QR code or just log into your account on the iOS app, and it just feels like it just works effortlessly. All your shared canvases, all the canvases that are run on the virtual private server are just there.
Sent to Marshall.
Do I need to pay for the iOS app? No, the iOS app is going to be included with Canvas. Hey, Max, I'm curious what your X following was pre-streaming. Did you already have someone following?
Chase
If
is
so,
done.
how did you achieve that following pre-streaming? I had 1,000 followers on YouTube. I had 1,000 subs on YouTube, but I was not posting anything. So, half, maybe 700 of the subs were from content that was made 5-10 years ago. Effectively, we started streaming from zero. I have a following on X. I have 19,000 followers on X. But you'd be surprised how little carryover there is. Like the YouTube stream feels like a completely different ecosystem than my X following. And I'm blown away by how little crossover there are from the two worlds. What I thought was going to happen is all my X followers were going to come over to the live stream, and then I was going to immediately start live streaming to 500 viewers. That is the opposite of what happens. When I first started live streaming, I had 3 viewers. But the thing that does carry over is your skill in knowing how to grow on social media, which is nice. That does carry over big time. Being entertaining is the gap. It's possible. It's possible. Can we have a transparent background for the style of the app? I don't see why we wouldn't. I don't see why we would not. Chase, can you please explain where you're at with this build out?
Sent to Chase. Chase is
How
done.
your design is .html. How do you develop flows in design? Is this some sort of Figma? All right, guys. So this is purely like before I design an iPhone app, because you guys got to remember I did iPhone apps before I did Mac app. Like I started with web apps, and then I made a PWA, which is like a website that you can basically download to an iPhone. It is sort of like an app. Then I started making it real iOS apps. But I think the best thing you can do is not worry about design at all, okay? Like first start off with just the user experience flow. So obviously the app will look nothing like this at all, besides the fact that the structure is there. Like you just start with user experience. Meaning like this is sort of like how the app will be laid out, although it won't look like this at all, if that makes sense. So we'll take this layout. I had Claude Code generate an HTML file because it's so good at making HTML. So just make an HTML file. Show me the screens that the users will live in 99% of the time, and these are the screens that they'll live in. Here's the agents selectors, you know, and in the real app, this will be like 1,000% refined. You won't even like if you put this next to the real app that we'll build, you wouldn't even. They're not going to look anything like each other. But this is going to be the user experience flow. A list of their agents, which ones are working, which ones need you, which ones are done for today. Some sort of add bar at the bottom, so you can add agents, you can add terminals.
Chase is done.
This is like when you have the agents focused. So you can literally, you know, prompt Claude, prompt Codex, prompt Cursor. This is the timeline, which is going to be so cool on the app, which it'll basically be like a timeline of the prompts that you sent and what the agents did for the day. And then this will be your canvas selector. So you can switch between canvases same way you do with the Mac app that I'm in right now. And if you don't do this first, sorry. Like, you're going to have a bad app if you don't think about the user experience flow first. Brandon says, I'll be buying Canvas right on time for iOS companion app. Will you have access to actual Canvas or just the agents? So like I just said, I think it's going to be far too annoying to have the actual infinite canvas on your iPhone. Like the iPhone screen is just going to be too small for that, I think.
Marshall needs your input.
So I'm leaning towards...
Marshall needs...
I got it! I'm going to give him my input!
Marshall needs your input.
This is the looping bug that I was telling you about. So I'm leaning towards the iPad app. The app for the iPad. And I guess realistically, if we built this out, like we could have a simple mode where everything is just like Just dead simple, ultra efficient, easy to use. And then we could have a button where it basically like just shows you the infinite canvas if you want to get crazy with it. But I'm just thinking the majority of people that are using the Canvas mobile app, like they just want to pull their phone up. They want to see if their agent's done working, if one of their agents needs them, just like this right here. They want to see if an agent is stuck here. They want to be able to fire up an agent and just do work real quick. What signature identity should Signal debut with? One theme, dead simple, neutral ground, a single brand accent, amber reserved only for needs you. Yeah, it doesn't really matter because we're going to end up changing the theme completely, but I guess I'll just say that. Can you please tell me exactly where Chase is at right now? Hello, hello? Are you there?
Hey, I'm here. Just hanging out on your canvas, ready to help whenever you want to build, browse, or render.
All right, can you please look through and tell me where...
Want me to...
No, tell me where Chase is at.
Chase is a Claude terminal on this canvas, and it's currently finished. It's over on the right side near Marshall.
Yeah. No, I know where it's at. Tell me what it's waiting on for me.
Let me check what Chase last said, so I can see if it's blocked on you. Chase is waiting for your go-ahead to merge. It has everything built and tested, and it's paused until you say to proceed or ask to review it first.
All right, can you please have Chase run a dev build so I can play around with it first?
Chase is starting the dev build so you can poke around the changes.
Okay, go to sleep for now. All right, so now we got to kind of decide where we're going to think small, iOS. I will absolutely use the full canvas of my iPad. I work remotely on it regularly since I have the 13-inch version, although I'm just one user. Chase is on the right side of your screen. Canvas on the upcoming iFold. Whoa! Dude, that's going to be insane. It's going to be insane.
Chase is done.
All right. The natural next move is to draw the definitive signal screen set in porcelain inbox. Thread today canvases plus the login QR onboarding moment as the real reference the app gets built from. That becomes the P3 target and the thing you'd show people. Want me to build the porcelain reference set now in one small fork? When I do, should the add button open as a bottom sheet? Yes. Marshall, the add button should open as a iOS sheet 100%. I think that we should make a separate folder for the iOS app inside of the apps folder, which is one directory up from the one we're in right now, and call it CNVS Mobile. And I think that we should get a V1 built of this, and just get started on the user experience, and then we can refine the design from there.
Sent to Marshall.
Will this work on the side of a building with a projector? Yes. And if you do that, you're going to have to send that to me. It absolutely will, and you're going to have to send it to me. A Canvas notes that is connected to a Canvas node would be nice then. I don't know exactly what you mean by that, but I like it. LDL, what's good, Max? Is there a way I can get rid of the enormous orange feedback button at the top right? You don't have it. Yes. Go to settings, Canvas, and then turn off the feedback button. And then you're dialed in. And I said this earlier, but I would highly, LDL, I would highly recommend that you go to Canvas and then you change it from top bar to command bar. And then just turn the left toolbar off. You don't need it. Just use the keybinds. And then you have just the one command bar at the bottom with everything in it. And then your full screen can be terminals, browsers, agents. Full deal. We're gonna find notes for new. I'm overhauling the updater so that it has a release notes button. My pop says, love iPhone app. Stupid question. This will be a mobile link to wherever your Canvas lives. All right, so multiple people have asked about this, so we better get involved here. All right, so I'm going to go to this remote Canvas right here, guys. Okay. And then this is the future of vibe coding. This is the future of vibe coding, so you got to listen up, guys. All right, so when I fire up a new web project, a new web app, a new anything, it goes on my virtual private server, Hetzner. That way there, you know, anybody can open the website up and see it. But what we're doing now is we're running the agents directly on the virtual private server. So we can run Claude Code, Codex, etc. directly on the virtual private server, which is nice because then they're not running on your local computer. And you can set an agent off on a task, and it's just going to go do it. It's just going to go do the task. So all Canvas does is that remote agent can... Your Canvas... I'm trying to think of the simplest way to explain this. Your remote Canvas is running on your Hetzner server, making it feel exactly like it's running locally on your computer. You can open your Claude Code agents. You can open your Claude Code agents that are running on your server.
Chase is done.
On your inside your Mac app, and you can prompt them. You can send screenshots to them. You can do all that from within this Mac app. So when I start an agent off on a task, I can turn my MacBook off, I can go away, whatever. They're just going to keep running, which is amazing because if I log into Canvas on another Mac and pull open that Canvas, it's going to look exactly the same. The agents are going to be working. The prompts are going to be there. The terminals I have open are going to be there. The browser previews are all going to be there. The files are going to be the same. So it's literally Google Docs of vibe coding, a remote agent. Google Docs of vibe coding. And when we ship this iPhone app, when we ship the iOS app, it's even more amazing because you have this remote canvas that's running. You open it in your iPhone, and it's the same thing that's on your Mac, that's on your iPhone. And it doesn't have to run on your Mac, which is always a bad idea. It's a terrible idea. Instead, your Mac connects to a Linux server that has 99.99% uptime. This is the way the internet has worked since the beginning of time. There's a reason we do this way, because it works. It works incredibly well. So your Mac connects to the virtual private server that has your agents, your files, everything. Your iPhone connects to the virtual private server that has your agents, your files, your everything. And since it's running on a server, it can serve straight to production. So instead of setting it up locally and then going and setting it up on the server and making it live, you can legitimately make edits to production from your Mac or your iPhone. And it's all going to be the same. How much is a Hetzner server? I think their cheapest one is $9 a month or anything like that. Something like that. Don says, I'm about 3 weeks into only working on a VPS in Hermes/Codex. There you go. There you go. Which Hetzner product? I mean, don't follow me. I have two of their most expensive servers, but you don't need that at all. If you're just getting started, I think what is it? Is it $9 or something like that, guys? For a virtual private server from Hetzner? And you're going to need one anyways if you want to ship any sort of website or web app or anything like that. You have to have one. So it's not like with Canvas you're getting anything new that you wouldn't have already in order to ship an app. Like, you already have your virtual private server that hosts your web pages, your web apps, your servers, possibly even your database if you're crazy like me. And so we might as well use it for our agents to work remotely as well. So on Hetzner, it's the cloud product. Let me see. And you don't have to just do Hetzner. You could do any server provider, any virtual private server provider, anyone. Yeah, you could do the cloud, which is 599 euros, whatever that is in USD. Or so the nice thing is, guys, you can start off here. You can start off here with the cloud, right? And then Hetzner has literally, it's like a button where you can shut down your cloud server, migrate it to a dedicated server. So like when I shipped QuickClaw and we went from legitimately 3 users to 7,500 users overnight, I started off on a cloud, which is $5.99 a month, and then I migrated it. I shut the server down for a minute. Hetzner has a migration tool built in, and then I migrated it to a dedicated server. And I think the one for QuickClaw is like $200 a month or something like that. But it has 128 gigabytes of RAM and like 24 virtual CPUs. So if you have an app and it blows up, which you will. It's the best thing that could happen, honestly. Then Hetzner is nice because they have that feature where you can start off at a small shared cloud server, and then as your app starts blowing up, you're making more money, then you migrate over to a bigger server. Google Cloud gives you free $300 credits. I know, but I have a lot of AWS servers, Steven. I like AWS a lot. And they have this thing called, like, if full-blown AWS is too much, EC2, they have Lightsail, which is actually probably the best starting point. Maybe even better than Hetzner. Lightsail is like a super simplified virtual private server area so that you can just like anybody can get started with Lightsail. It's called Amazon Lightsail. Can you use Claude subscription Fable 5 somehow? They don't allow OAuth. So it's gonna run the same exact way it would run locally on your desktop. So the same way I'm using Claude Code, you would use Claude Code running on your virtual private server, and that's the whole part about Canvas, is that it's just gonna make it feel like it's running locally on your machine, except for it's running remote, it's running in the cloud. So you can use Fable 5. You can use Codex, you can use Cursor, all of those. They just get installed onto the virtual private server, and then it literally feels like they're running on your computer because of the Canvas app. And then it'll feel like it's running on your iPhone because you're going to have the iPhone app. Google Cloud, I know they give free credits, but I can't stand going into their user interface. It's my least favorite thing to possibly do, is go into the Google Cloud interface. I mean, it's literally torture. They would have to give the amount of free credits that Google Cloud would have to give for me to use them. When I have to go into the Google Cloud Console for Google OAuth login to set up for my web apps, it's the worst possible place to go to as for a developer. But you do pay the full price at the server or per hour, like it says. Per hour. No, it should just be. It just should be a monthly sub. But let me look at Lightsail. Let me look at Lightsail real quick because it might be cheaper. Let me put you guys on. Let me put you guys on right now. I'll give you the sauce for free. Lightsail, server, cost. Oh yeah, I think they do 6 months for free, dude. It's 90 days free. Dude. Do Lightsail. Do Lightsail. I know I just said a bunch about Hetzner. I love Hetzner. I think they're amazing. But guys, if you're just getting started off, you want to ship an app, you want to vibe code an app and make some money on the internet, get a free 90-day trial to the Lightsail situation. All right, 90-day free trial with the paid plan. The trial includes try the $5 a month, $7 a month, or $12 a month Linux, Unix plans with IPv4 address. So you're going to get a $5 90-day trial for the $5 a month, or actually, since this is a free trial, get the $12 a month Linux server on Ubuntu. It's going to be free for 90 days. You're going to install your Claude Code agent on it. You're going to install your Codex agent on it. You're going to install your Cursor agent on it. You're going to install your Gemini agent on it if you're a psychopath. And then you can use it inside a remote Canvas. And then once the iOS app is live, you can use it on the iOS app also. And then you have essentially the future of vibe coding, which is the Google Docs. I'm calling it the Google Docification of vibe coding. Agents running in the cloud that you can access from anywhere.
Opening the preview. Chase is done.
Codename Zulu, let's go! Lightsail is good. I am a psychopath. Amaze. What has been the best vibe coded project for revenue? For me? So far, I think it's been CNVS, been Canvas.
Marshall is done.
Well, no. Well, I mean, I had a hardware project that did more revenue than CNVS. But with CNVS, we've done $27,000 in revenue in the last like couple weeks, which is insane. It's crazy, and it's on Trust MMR. If you guys don't believe me, you guys can go check it out. The numbers are verified. So is my last project. We've shipped 3 projects this year, guys. I've shipped QuickClaw, which is an iOS app that sets up OpenClaw for you on a virtual private server. Everything is all done for you in less than 30 seconds. You're literally inside of a chat with your OpenClaw agent. Like your grandmother could set up OpenClaw with QuickClaw. That one blew up online. It went to $7,200 in monthly recurring revenue in 7 days. We shipped Clippo. That one didn't blow up, but I needed Clippo myself. Clippo is basically like Opus Clips. It takes the live stream and chops it up into short form and posts them automatically. It's fully controlled by your agent, so your Hermes agent could just go in and after you're done with your live stream and say, here's the live stream URL, turn it into clips for the next week. And that's what it does. So if I didn't have Opus Clips, I would have to spend it was like $600. If I didn't have Clippo, I would have to spend like $600 a month for Opus Clips. So we made Clippo. There's people are subbed to Clippo. They're using Clippo. It's a no-brainer. It's like $45 a month for almost unlimited clipping of your live stream, and that runs on one of my servers. And then we shipped CNVS. So we've shipped those three apps so far this year. Does Canvas work with Hermes agent? Yeah. So basically, I'll do Command K, Hermes. Here's my Hermes chat right here. Let me close this. All right, here's my Hermes chat right here. Canvas automatically looks for any of your SSH aliases that are on your computer. So it's a really effortless install. Like you could set up an SSH alias via Tailscale to a local MacBook or to one that's running in the cloud on a virtual private server. And then you literally just select the one that you want to talk to in this menu right here. Recently, we added threads, which is really nice because now you can have threads similar to how you would in Discord, where you can, have multiple conversations going with your Hermes agent. And I said this many times before, guys, but Hermes handles my infrastructure completely. So all of my server stuff is done with Hermes. Hermes has a Cloudflare key, so it can handle like my emails. It can handle buying domain names, setting up DNS, setting up SSL, setting up PM2, setting up Nginx, everything on my VPS. Wow, congrats. Thank you. Also, what about hosting here? That is all I hear about. Yes. So you can you could bring any virtual private server to Canvas. As long as you can SSH into the server, then Canvas will utilize it as a remote Canvas. You guys want to show me how I'll show you how quick it is to set up a remote Canvas. You ready for this? I'm going to hit new remote Canvas. I'm going to select one of my, I'll select my Hetzner server. I'm going to click connect. I'll do, well, let me change themes here. I need to fix that menu system so it's not so bright. Here, I'll go to this theme. Ready? I'm going to hit new remote Canvas. I'll select one of my Hetzner servers. I'll set up a new folder and I'll call this remote Canvas live stream. Create Canvas here. Okay. And now I'm going to do Command K and I'll do Claude. And that's running on my virtual private server right now. That's not a local agent. This agent
Case
is
is
running on a Hetzner server in the cloud. So if I take this screenshot right here, like let's say I screenshot the chat. I'll screenshot Steven. And I paste it in here. It's actually uploading that. It just uploaded that photo to my virtual private server, which means now I can just drop it right on the terminal, and this Claude Code agent has access to that screenshot. Same thing with any file that I have locally on the Mac, any video, whatever. Just drop it in the Canvas. It automatically uploads to your virtual private server, and then all of your remote agents have access to the files. Whether it's in Canvas or not, this is the future of vibe coding. All of our agents will be remote. They'll run on virtual private servers. We'll be able to access them and their work just like you do with Google Docs on your phone, on your laptop, on your TV, anything. Codesave, what has been the main way you've promoted Canvas? So I've promoted Canvas right here on Livestream. Guys, if you want Canvas, head over to cnvs.dev, okay? And you can purchase yourself a lifetime license. There's no recurring fees or anything like that with Canvas. It's a lifetime license, and you get all the updates we ship every week here on stream. And we're shipping massive updates. We're literally putting together an iPhone app right now. NVIDIA Parakeet locally to control the canvas and do WhisperFlow dictation. Optional GPT real-time with your own API key so that you can have conversational control of the canvas. Uses all your existing AI subs, Claude Code, Codex, Cursor, everything. So you're not paying API pricing. So that's how, and it's available at cnvs.dev. It's the first link in the YouTube description. So I promote it that way, but I also anytime I ship a feature, I do a video breakdown of why I made it, the research behind all of my decisions, because everything we ship to Canvas is research backed. The memory system is based on research. The orchestration system that we're building right now is based off a massive research report that we did all weekend. I legitimately used 50% of my Fable 5 weekly usage on just doing the research for the agent orchestration system based off of hundreds and hundreds of research papers. Nobody else is doing that. There's a massive problem in AI right now where people are just vibe coding slop that's not based on research. We spent the whole beginning of the stream breaking down the research report and why Canvas's orchestration system is going to be better than anything else out there. But yeah, I ship videos to X. A lot of times they blow up, and then people end up using Canvas. The third and most powerful way that Canvas is growing, and it's the reason why like I'll wake up in the morning and there's 2 more sales of Canvas, is because people are bringing it to their office and they're showing their friends Canvas and how unique it is, how it's the future of vibe coding, and their friends are purchasing Canvas, which is really going to be the way that we start going like exponential as far as growth. Is people are falling in love with using Canvas. I get messages. I get insane messages. Like, I don't know what I was doing before I had Canvas. Legitimately, I get messages. I don't know what I was doing before Canvas. And then people tell their friends, and then they tell their friends, and that's the way we're gonna go like insanely viral with Canvas's growth. Is it has to sort of surpass me. It has to surpass the live stream. It has to surpass my X account, and yeah. Have you done any pull-ups lately or what? There's no shot I'm getting fried like that. There's no shot I'm getting fried like that. Good morning, Nathan T. What? Guys, you can go into the live stream. You can go into the live stream. I have done the pull-ups. I have done the pull-ups. I don't know why this says. That's disturbing. That's disturbing. I'm gonna put a link right here so you can check it out. You can see what I'm making. You can see what I'm making. Guys, what happened to the pull-ups view? I've never had this happen before. It says 55 pull-ups remaining. We've already done 45. We've already done 45. When's your next license giveaway? I've never done a license giveaway, not a single time. I've never done a license giveaway, and I've never discounted Canvas, and it's only getting more expensive. And I promise you, I've never sold Canvas at a discount, and I've never given it away. And I never will. All right, I gotta figure out what's wrong with my pull-up server, guys. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be back in literally 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna fix this pull-up server, and then I'm going to show you guys the version 1 of the iOS app. We need a cutscene to play when you leave. I agree. I agree. Guys, I need to find somebody that can do this. I'm going to show you exactly what we need, guys. Where is he? Where is he? Alright, you guys are going to love this. Guys, where do I find a... I don't even know what you'd call this. It's not even a video editor. This is like a graphic designer, I guess. So obviously that's burnt peanut. Obviously that's a burnt peanut. But I need my own version of that. That's what I need. We got to get Mr. Steinberger to use Canvas Mobile so he can rebuild his OpenClaw Mobile. Dude, that OpenClaw Mobile app got roasted, guys. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, that app got roasted, guys. Was that the worst? Was that the worst roasting of any launch anyone's ever seen? Somebody said you look like the King of Hearts. What does that mean? What does that mean? Are you talking about the playing card? Are you talking about the playing card? You're saying that I look like the playing card right now? Are you saying that I look like this? Because if you are, I kind of do see it. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of see it. Damn it! Dude does not look like the King of Hearts. Actually, he kind of does. All right. We need to lock in. Question for you. I have a really built-out skill set instructions for various projects using Klaus.ai app and Claude Code. Would your app port well with it? The idea of vibe coding by voice while working out as a dad would be game-changing. As long as you can use those skills inside of your agent, then it would pair perfectly with it. Let me, Oh, that's supposed to be Claude? Is that supposed to be Claude? Is that what that is? Oh, Claude Code in VS Code? Oh my god, yeah, you got to get off that. We need to, Kyrie, we need to get you off that immediately. Whether you use Canvas or not, but we need to get you off that immediately. Canvas would be dope because then you have Canvas. All of your skills that you have inside of Claude will be accessible in Canvas because you are legitimately just firing up a Claude Code agent. So like that is Claude right there, you know? Marshall, did you spec out a ultra clean way to get the iOS app working with the remote Canvas in a ultra intuitive way here?
Sent to Marshall.
Why? I like VS Code. That's fine. That's fine. That should be your new brand. Top Gun guy, King of Hearts, Grenadier Jake. With Canvas, are there still moments where you're waiting for agents? Of course. Of course. Hopefully on Sarab, I wish that was true, but it just X aggregates their viewer count aggregates. So that just means that there's been 10,000 people that have come in
Marshall needs your input.
to the stream on X and then left.
Marshall needs your input.
If that makes sense. Like with YouTube, it shows me how many people are watching currently, but on X, it shows you how many people have been in, and even if they left, they're still counted towards that 10,000. All right, who decides a canvas is shared to the phone? This sets how just there the phone feels. I'd like to lock this in properly. Two quick things. Want me to add a dedicated connect section to the architecture doc? This below is concreteness. Should I build the pairing screens into the app, scan to pair in the found for canvases confirmation moment? It's everything automatically. What the hell are these programs you're using? I'm gonna put a link in the chat for you, my friend. Hose. If I'm using Canvas, do I need a subscription to Cursor and Codex, etc.? No, you don't. So, like, right now I'm only using my Claude Code sub because we have 2 more days of Fable. And so I'm just only using Claude Code. If you have other subscriptions, it's nice. It's like, it fits really nice with Canvas because Canvas is completely model agnostic, meaning you can open up Claude Code, you can open up Codex, you can open up Cursor Agent, all inside of it. And it does a really good job of bringing those all into one shared canvas. Like I can actually have this agent right here open up 4 Cursor agents. So I can have this Fable 5 agent open up 4 Cursor agents and prompt them. Because the canvas has an MCP server so that agents can see what's going on between agents. What Linux distro do you use? This is Mac OS. We're just inside my app right now. Canvas. Please, I have to add PyCode. I have to add PyCode. You're not the first person to ask me that. Let's actually get an agent on that right now. And I'm going to install PyCode right now. I'm going to copy that.
Marshall is done.
And then open terminal.
Rubble is ready.
And then I'm going to paste that in there. Wow, that's a cool install Pi. Dude, Pi has great terminal. What do they call that? Terminal. They have great terminal user interface. That's how fast it installs. But it didn't tell me how to run Pi. I'm guessing it's just PI. Is it just PI? Pi can explain its own features and look up its docs. Ask it how to extend. Warning, no models available. Use login to log into a provider via OAuth or API key. Okay. All right, get me out. Get me out. I want out. I want out! So we're going to close that. I'm going to say spawn a Claude Code agent.
Rubble, the Claude Code is ready.
close Sky and Rubble. Spawn a Claude Code agent. Sky, can you please do a deep dive? Do some research on Pi agent and figure out how we can get this added as one of the agents that get automatically added to Canvas.
Sent to Sky.
That was the worst prop I've ever given in my life. Where can I see that? Oh, is it not? Oh, Nightbot only, dude. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. I didn't realize that. I'm sorry. I didn't realize Nightbot only works in YouTube chat, guys. That doesn't help. All right, will you stop? You stop using Fable or have to use it less after the 48-hour window ends? Is it way better to build with it now than later if you need to? I guess I'll probably see how much it how much it costs to use it via the API. And then why does he use Opus and Fable? Oh, I'm on Opus right now. That's why this is so bad. Oh, great call. Great call. I didn't even realize I was on Opus. I had to switch to I had to switch to Opus last night because, like I said, I used my entire weekly allotment on Fable 5 last night. And then it reset this morning. Sky, can you keep going on researching PI, the agent harness, and figure out how we can get this automatically added to CNVS the same way we have Claude Code, Codex, Cursor, all of them?
Sent to Sky.
Derek, excellent call. Do you think they'll have a mini Fable that you can use without API? I wonder if somebody out there will make a CLI that saves tokens like crazy too. First of all, no, I don't think they'll have that. And second of all, they'll definitely not have a CLI that saves tokens like crazy because you can't use, you're not allowed to use Fable inside secondary harness unless you're paying API pricing, so it would be 14 times more expensive. That being said, like a lot of our research that we went over this morning was on how to save token cost, and it's going to be through agent orchestration. So we'll end up saving massive. I think it was insane. It was insane. I don't know if somebody remembers the figure, but basically having Fable as our main orchestrator agent and then having it give really small tasks on small areas to individual agents, I think it was like 80% token, 80% less token usage. And then obviously an even nicer workflow is Fable 5 orchestrating to, like, let's say 5 GPT 5 agents, because they get steered excellently. And based on the research we did, when you give a brand new context window, an empty context window, a task, it uses less tokens, it does it way faster, and the success rate is much higher. Does Canvas support local models? It can, yes. So it depends on how you want to utilize your local model. So when I use a local model, I'll run it with Llama, and then the harness that I use is usually OpenCode, or sometimes I use Claude Code as the harness. So like all you would do is, I'm not going to do it right now because it's going to bring my stream down if I run Gemma, But all you would do is open a terminal.
Rubble is ready.
I would start the local model with llama in here, and then I would run Claude Code with a flag. And Canvas is nice because you can set custom flags for your agents, so they always spawn with it. So I would just set a custom flag for Claude Code so that it runs the local model. So I would have Claude Code run Gemma, whatever, 32B, or have Open Code do it.
Sky is done.
Which actually, I've been really impressed with Open Code. Like, ever since I used GLM 5.2 on Open Code, Open Code could be a better harness than Claude Code. And I think a lot of people are going to be like, duh. But I don't know. All right, guys, it's time to go to the mini fridge. Oh man, the pull-up counter. Oh man, the pull-up counter. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix the pull-up counter real quick too. My pull-up. Pull-up counter all of a sudden is not showing the 45 pull-ups I've already done. You guys can fact check me. I'm grabbing some caffeine for the mini fridge, guys. I'll be right back in 15 seconds. I don't think that's possible, Philly Coin, because you cancel it straight through Stripe. But I'll check it out today, and I'll make sure it's taken care of. The last day of Fable 5, I know. Let's go, Brandon. All right, two honest caveats. Pi is a generic two-letter binary name, so a false positive detection is conceivable, but you already shipped Q for Amazon Q, so President stands. And single word Pi voice aliases are riskier than most. No, it's called Pi. It's called Pi. Let me give it the link. This is it. I look tired. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, brother. That's what I needed to hear today. I know you're hyped to try 5.6 Soul Ultra. I can't wait. I can't wait. I think that it's going to be a massive paradigm shift, the speed that it runs at. Like, obviously, if it's smarter than Fable 5, that's unbelievable. But guys, if it's running at 1,000 tokens per second, that's going to be a massive paradigm shifting situation. Where not only are we getting like an insane model, but it's running at a speed that no one is used to. On Cerebras. Don't sweat Stripe X payments, baby. Let's go. Are you using just one Claude subscription or more than one? I'm using one Claude subscription. What programming language would you suggest for Android app development? Don't develop an Android app. Max, I've put on 5 pounds of muscle and lost a lot of fatty weight. I'm wild out. Nice. I love that. I love to hear that. All right, is my pull-up counter fixed yet? It is. Let's do some pull-ups. So Kay doesn't think I'm so tired. Come on. Yo, Max, what kind of lighting situation do you have going on behind that monitor setup? It's a disaster right now. I need to put some time into my stream setup, but we've just been shipping like insane madmen, so I basically have a I have a massive softbox with a grid diffuser. It's a parabolic, I think the word is, softbox with a crazy light on it. All right, so let me get real time fired back up. Hello. Can you please give me a breakdown of what Marshall has going on here?
Marshall's finished its pass and is waiting on you. It suggested adding a clearer connect section to the architecture docs, then building the pairing screens and list behavior. Your last instruction in the terminal says to do both and then start the backend. So the next step is to have it execute that plan.
All right, yeah, let's tell it to do both now.
Marshall's on it now, starting with the docs and pairing flow, then moving on to the backend work. If you want, I can read back its progress once it reports.
No, you can go to sleep for now. $14K views in X and no one here in the chat. What's happened? So X basically clears the chat out every time somebody has come in. So there's been X chatters all morning, all day, but I mean, I don't know what it's gonna take for them to wake the fuck up. Is it because I'm not streaming right on X? I think it's because I'm not using their new streaming platform. Maybe I need to wake up. I'm trying to do things the right way. Today's live stream has 142 likes and 112 bookmarks. On X, which I've never seen that before, and it has 30,000 views. So I think that they're modifying the X algorithm to push live streams on X. If you guys are thinking about dipping your feet into getting involved with live streaming and vibe coding and making money on the internet, the day is today. The day is legitimately today. We have made $27,000 in the last couple weeks. We started from 0. We started from 3 viewers. Somebody was in the live stream today and said I was in one of the streams when you had 3 viewers. It seems like X is pushing live streams like I've never seen before. Today's live stream has 143 likes on it. I've never seen that. Normally my X live streams get like 15 likes. What am I building? Right now we're building cnvs.dev. It's the future of vibe coding. It is a agentic development environment that's fully voice controlled with NVIDIA Parakeet locally and GPT Real-Time 2 for fully conversational control. As Hermes, Claude Code, Codex, Cursor, all of them in one infinite canvas. Browser previews, markdown file viewers, and you can even run canvases fully remote on your virtual private server. It's gone sort of viral on X. Yeah. cnvs.dev. You must start now. Do not wait until next week.
Driven view, focus, and canvas changes. Settings - canvas.
I also heard that they put $1 million, an extra $1 million into payouts for this next billing cycle. My payout for the last 2 weeks was $500, which that's the second highest it's been since the original one. And I said earlier in the stream, like, if I could get my X payout to be $1,000 a month, that would be fucking insane. Because X is one of my biggest marketing platforms for CNVS. So not only like am I marketing my app, but I'm getting paid $1,000 a month to market my app, which is absolutely mind-blowing. And for everybody who's just joining, I do not include any of the revenue generated from YouTube or X does not get included into like the stream revenue title thing at all.
Terminal MA-ask for microphone plus.
Because there's so many people who are shipping apps.
In the CNVS dev window. 1. Make a fresh empty canvas _ the what are we building input should appear. 2.
They're shipping
type one
apps
sentence, e.g. a
when in reality. Can you stop? Jesus, Canvas wouldn't shut up there for a second. There's so many influencers out there that are shipping apps, but in reality, like, they're just getting an X payout and a YouTube. They're getting YouTube subscriptions. They're getting YouTube ad revenue, and they don't actually have any. That's why you'll never see them. There's certain people you'll never see. They post their app on Trust MMR or whatever. I'm not here to start drama or anything like that, but I'm just saying there's some of the top influencers in the AI world, they're not actually shipping anything. You know, they'll come out.
Pixel the agent is ready.
This model's unbelievable. I've shipped this many apps, blah, blah, blah. But there's no Trust MMR, there's no Stripe verified, there's no nothing, because they're not actually shipping anything. So that's why for this live stream, for this journey, it's only going to be revenue from products that gets counted towards the little title bar that says day 50, $30,000 in revenue. Because it's a negative incentive. It's like a negative incentive for me to be like, including other stuff. All right, any tips to grow an X account? Yeah, so you have to post 5 to 10 times a day, and basically you're gonna do like 2 to 3 posts that are like high value. You know, so your hook will be, I got this result, and then you're gonna break down how you did it. And so this all relies on you actually doing stuff, unfortunately. The easiest way to grow on X is to actually do stuff and then share how you did it. So your hook is, I did this. So like maybe my hook would be, you know, I streamed for 50 days and last week I had 100 viewers. This is how you can do it. That would be my hook. And then I break down in a value post exactly how I did it. And it gets, you know, 800 likes and 800 bookmarks. And then 200 people follow me because of it. So you make 2 to 3 of those posts a day. You make 2 to 3 personality posts. So it can be me at my computer. I've been vibe coding all day. You make two to 3 of those. Just got done working out. Can't wait to get back to Fable 5. Just like that. You write an article every once in a while, which I don't do. I need to do more of. And then, I mean, ideally, once a day, you're doing a short video. And it's probably, if you're doing build in public, it's a screen recording of what you shipped that day in your app. And it's got to be quick. It's got to be exciting. It's got to be fun. Don't post a screen recording like this. Don't post this. Hey guys, I'm here to show you
PyTest
what
AI is ready.
I'm here to, this is my app because everyone's just going to scroll right past that. I'll give you an example. Of like a screen recording that you're going to make. I'll give you an example. Hold on. What's a juicer one? Let me find a juicer one. So I can have some authority. I can have some credibility behind my claims. All right, here's a juicer one. I found one. It really shouldn't have been that hard to find one, but anyways, here we are.
Music on.
Focus chase. Spawn.
Okay.
Open a
Pilot
browser.
the agent is ready. Oh,
Play music.
music pilot is done.
Focus chase. Focus browser. All right, you see this app? I'm sharing. You see this video? I'm sharing my app. I have my face in it. Shit's happening on the screen. It's fast paced. There's some music behind it. I filmed it in Screen Studio, so it's moving around. And it's like less than 30 seconds. This one's 41 seconds. It's a little bit too long. I like a 30-second X clip, guys. That's your limit. Okay, for now, set yourself a hard limit. It's 30 seconds. Okay, when you go to do your product recording today, it's 30 seconds or less.
ArgTest 2, the codex is ready. Chase is done.
The fuck is going on here? Babe, how is your live stream on your X popping off so much? LOL. Love that for you. Good job. Your skin is also low-key glowing. Did you use my lotion today or something? I think this has got to be the Poison Ivy soap situation. I didn't use any lotion or nothing. But thank you, babe. I really appreciate that. That means the world. Coming from you. Thank you.
Marshall is done.
All right, where's my iPhone app? Get this off my screen. Get this off my screen. Hello, are you here?
I'm here and listen.
All right, close Chase and then reorganize the terminal and then tell me what Sky is doing.
Chase is closed and the terminals are tidied. Sky is still working, and it looks like it's in the middle of a control and endpoint related investigation, with searches and checks around CNVS control configuration and ports.
All right, what is Marshall doing?
Marshall is finished and has validated the shared document, control, and stream flow. The main blocker it reports is missing iOS platform components in this environment, and nothing has been committed yet. Still with me?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you please prompt Marshall? So are we ready to can you prompt Marshall? Give me a ultra brief, like the most insanely brief, non-technical understanding of how the iOS app and the Mac app are going to see the same canvas. And I really think we should just start off with the shared canvas feature that runs on the virtual private server, and that's it for V1.
Marshall's on it. It's typing up a super short, plain English version of the shared canvas plan. Marshall's gist is that both apps are
Closed PyTest. Marshall is done.
All right, we got to switch to the AirPods have died. The AirPods are dead. They're dead. They're totally dead.
Sky is done.
Why is this? All right, we're back. We're so back. Rad, I have a $200 a month Claude sub, but as psychopathic as we look, we are not that crazy. I mean, I know it looks like we're insane with all these agents going and shit like that, but I do a pretty good job of keeping things dialed in. Like last night I perfectly finished my weekly usage. If that makes sense. So last night was, the last day of the week, and I perfectly finished Fable 5. And now today is a new day, and we're re-upped. We're re-upped. We got a new we got a new stash. We're re-upped, guys. All right, how they see the same canvas? The canvases don't live on your Mac or your phone. It lives on your virtual private server. Both apps are just windows into the one place. Change something on the Mac, it's instantly on the phone because they're looking at the same thing, not copies. V1 scope confirmed. Just the shared canvas hosted on the virtual private server. Sign in, your canvases are there. Same on both, nothing else. All right, start P1. What are we waiting for? All right, Humble's checking in on the skincare routine. The love of my lifetime says, Dual Instant Angel is my go-to, but also the bubble water cream is awesome and cheaper. Chad is back and he says, bro, Operation Bacon Cheeseburger was a huge success. Amazing, 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 amazing. Oh, Chad, Card Crow, sorry I didn't get back to you. We are working on CNVS. .app. .dev, sorry. I don't know why I just said .app. I just put it in the chat for you.
Sky is done.
Can you have Canvas on your computer or just a virtual private server? Yeah, so Canvas, this is running just on my computer right here. The majority of me using Canvas is on my computer right now, not on a virtual canvas or a remote canvas, because we're working on Canvas inside Canvas. And since Canvas is a Mac OS app, it's easier for me to run testing in a Mac OS environment. So if I were working on the landing page right now, I would switch to my remote Canvas. But if I'm going to work on an iPhone app or the Mac app, then I'm going to work all locally. And then I just commit everything to GitHub. Does that make sense? Because my virtual private server is Linux. So if Canvas makes changes to the Mac app, it has a full testing suite that it runs. And on the Linux app, it can't run those testing suites because it doesn't have the Xcode SDK. It's only available on a Mac. You guys understand that? I know you do. All right, so it's going to use tmux for persistent PTYs, which is fine. It's basically going to run tmux for persistent pseudo terminals, so that when you fire up the terminals, they essentially get like an address and they're persistent. They don't die when you leave the canvas, and that way when you fire up canvases on your Mac, you're going to be able to see them on your iPhone app and on other Macs, no problem. Which is already what we have set up for the virtual canvas. So that's no problem. Do I have a... I hope I'm not in... I have a feeling that this might be one of the terminals that's left in Opus 4.8 and not Fable 5. Which would be a shame. Which would be a big shame. Christian says, I pour myself in sun lotion before watching Max. His skin glowing so much, I get a sunburn if I don't protect myself. I'm creating a social media app. Wish me luck. Amaze, amaze, amaze. Let's go. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, guys. Have you guys seen this? Have you guys seen all this talk about X payments? Type a 1 in chat if you have seen any of the talk about X payments. For me, please. Guys, if you can, type a little 1 in chat if you've seen anything about X payments. Akash, this is Canvas. This is CNVS, the app that we're building. I have to, I got to figure out how to, I'm going to type in chat right now. It's cnvs.dev to check it out. Question is, SHA-512 it would be reversed with base 64. I don't know, but that would be a good question for Fable 5. Actually, probably not a good question for Fable 5 because it probably would revert to Opus 4.8. Why 2 separate terminals? Just because I had one doing work on one thing and then I had the other doing work on another thing. Let's see. All right, I had this one setting up the Pi harness so that it works inside of Canvas, and then I had this one working on the iOS app for Canvas. We typically run anywhere from 2 to 8 agents at the same time, depending on how psychotic I'm getting. And right now, since agents take so long to do work, like for instance, this agent worked for 17 minutes, and then this agent worked for 7 minutes. So it would be silly for me to run one agent at a time. For me to wait for this to finish for 17 minutes and then start a new prompt and then wait for that to finish for 7 minutes and then start a new prompt, when instead I can run these at the same time and then I'm effectively doubling my output. You have the $200? Yeah, I have the $200 CLUTs up. Yep.
Marshall is done.
All right, so I did just run that in Opus 4.8 because this is Monday. This is why I did that, okay? Because it's Monday. I want all of you to pretend. No, it's Mac native 100%. Everything inside of Canvas is built from Swift from the ground up for raw dog performance on Apple hardware. All right, Humble Life Skills has seen X payments. Say, can you please look over this app structure Opus 4.8 just made? Suggest changes. When I use Cursor, I always run out of usage for agents, Will I and Canvas. So Canvas has nothing to do with your usage. Like all it does is it's essentially a harness for your harnesses. So you're going to bring in your Claude agent, you're going to bring in your Codex agent, you're bringing in your Cursor agent, whatever agents you use, you bring them in there. And then you can control your agents in one place, and they all have a cross-agent memory system built in from the Canvas MCP. You can bring your Hermes agent in. So it's not gonna affect your usage any. Great job, mate. How do you manage the agents? Which tool do you use? So I'm using CNVS to manage the agents right now. This is the Mac OS application I made myself, and it has NVIDIA Parakeet for local voice control, and then it has GPT Realtime for conversational control. So can you please fire up 2 more Claude Code agents, 2 more Cursor agents, and 2 more Codex agents?
6 more agents are spinning up now. 2 Claude, 2 Cursor, and 2 Codex.
All right, and then can you give me a status update of where we're at with everyone?
1 agent is actively working on the shared Canvas explanation, and Sky is finished. Everyone else is idle and waiting for direction. If you want, I can give the idle group a coordinated set of next tasks.
Okay, no, can you please...
Marshall just finished too.
All right, can you give me a breakdown of what Marshall said then?
Sure. Let me pull that together so it's quick and clear. Marshall's takeaway was that the shared Canvas model is fine for personal VPS right now, so no big rewrite. It recommended a few targeted fixes before clients rely on it, like not bumping versions on failed actions, adding a request size limit, and adding stream keep alives so dead connections don't pile up. It also suggested small quality of life improvements for persistence and safer QR pairing.
Okay, let's prompt Marshall verbatim that essentially I want to remake a Fable 5 version of this entire architecture for the iOS and Mac app integration. So let's get that mapped out, and then let's figure out how to build out V1 of the actual iOS app itself.
Marshall's on it with that exact prompt. If you want, I can summarize its plan once it replies.
No, but can you please give me a summary of where Sky is at?
Sky finished the Pi agent integration work for CNVS. It's wired into detection, branding, and aliases, and it was tested in the dev app. The next step is a quick visual check of the Pi node and CNVS dev, then deciding whether to
Okay,
commit it
amazing.
separately.
Can you flip them back over and then go to sleep? Joshua, what is up? What is up? What is up? So that's how we control the agents. So we can open agents, we can get summaries of agents, we can prompt agents, we can have agents control other agents, aka orchestration. Yeah, the options are limitless here inside of Canvas. All right, let me and that little flip view is just to provide a summary of what's going on. Because it's when you have many agents going, it's easy to get completely lost in the sauce. So you can just press the F key and then it flips them over and it gives you the last prompt that you sent to each agent, so you know what's going on. And it also has this little like indicator to let you know that an agent is working or it's waiting for you or whatever the deal is. All right, so let me minimize this, and then supposedly the Pi integration is already set up. So let me test this out. We'll rip through this. I'm just gonna go Command K, and then I'll do Pi, open Pi agent.
Chase is done.
All right, so I don't have Pi set up right now, but it did technically open a Pi agent. I just don't have it linked to an actual LLM because Pi is just a harness. So we'll have to link that to an actual agent, and then it will be Gucci. All right, my people. I'm gonna go have lunch. I'm gonna end the stream off right there for today. I'm gonna go have lunch, and then I'm going to get V1 of this iOS app shipped. And we'll be back on tomorrow at... I'll probably be early again tomorrow, most likely. Today, normally we're on at 10:30, but today we were on at 9. I'll probably be early tomorrow again because we're trying to get the most of Fable 5 while it's still available. If you haven't already joined the Discord, the link to the Discord is in the YouTube description. If you haven't already, purchase yourself a lifetime license of Canvas. It's available at cnvs.dev.
Preview.
If you haven't already, get absolutely psychotic out of your mind. Well, Fable 5 is still around. This week is just such a massive week for us, guys. We have GPT 5.6 coming out. We have the iOS app getting released for Canvas. We have Fable 5 ending tomorrow, so we're gonna have to figure out how that changes our workflow. Just a million things going on, guys. A million things going on. Thanks, Pops. Thanks, Black Mamba. Thank you, Isaiah. Thank you, Felipe. Humble, if you're still here. Thank you, Philly, if you're still here. Thank you. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you, Sarab.
Marshall is done.
I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll be in Discord. David Kang, you already know. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. DD, did you build this dashboard with Fable? It's nice.
Marshall
Yes, I
is
did.
done.
Yes, I did. Humble, I'll see ya. Bye, Philly.